Roll call directors.
Vern Bowman,
Here.
Tom Oakenfoos,
Here.
Ronnie Barron,
Here.
and I am present. We have a quorum.
Okay. Approval of agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. Motion on the floor and second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, an update from David Human. That sounds like you, sir.
It does, doesn't it? So do you want to go to closed session?
Oh,
You
Oh,
might
wait.
want that.
yeah, that's what we, okay, we need a motion and, wait, on approval of the agenda, do we have to,
Yes.
we gotta make that in there.
No, you have to announce that you're going to a closed session.
Okay,
And then you take a roll call vote. We turn off
Okay,
microphones and close doors.
okay, we'll begin with the going to closed session.
Somebody has to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
I'll second that. Motion on the floor and second. Now we have to vote on it. And all in favor?
Roll call.
We have to do a roll.
Oh, roll call. Okay.
Tom Oakenfoos,
Yes.
Vern Bowman,
Yes.
Ronnie Barron,
Here.
Sue, yes. So
Okay.
it passes.
Okay, so it passes and we'll closed session. We'll continue with our meeting. Next thing on the agenda is
We have to, I think we skipped over approving the minutes. We have to approve the minutes
Approve the
before we
minutes?
go on.
okay. We've got to approve the minutes for last month. Okay. Yeah, we got more. I think we got this. Don't need that.
I mean, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
A motion on the floor? Just a second, I haven't read them all. I second that. Motion on the floor and a second. Is there any further discussion? Not? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The, okay, to do the part? Okay.
All right, the current bills outstanding is from Tom Oakenfoos, and then we have MFA, Auto Tire and Parts, Cutting Edge Landscaping, St. John Tool, and then Vern Bowman Contracting.
Sue, did you get a bill on the claim?
I did not.
Yeah, we need to get that covered. MFA.
Sue, I should have bought that ticket. MFA was a bag of feed, or a bag of grass seed.
Okay,
Is that what that is?
yeah.
That was for Rick Nagger.
Okay.
Okay.
Where he used a scraper and filled all them low
Yeah.
holes.
Yeah.
He used his own seed, and I said, I'll just replace your seed. So I took it to him.
Did you have any tickets from Auto Tire?
Oh, this is some,
That was for some anchor
Hey,
point.
Chris,
Sorry.
it's your-
What up? Intake?
hey, we're in this meeting, and I just asked about the bill. You never did send one?
Oh, that was
that was fertilizer.
fertilizer, yeah.
And the 66 was
You,
the
okay.
grass seed.
Yep.
Oh, I never got sent.
Put in at the pump station,
Did
so you
Get-
safely tie off around the motor brakes.
I just didn't take a look.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
I just- has the
That's-
color around. That's why he has it.
Okay, because
But,
well, I just assumed that they had been taken care of.
Yeah, well, 16.
She said that,
And he sprayed. I was there when he was spraying.
Okay,
He did.
good job, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a little high.
Brandon, was you ready?
can you, take a picture of it and just send it to me?
$607 for the spraying.
Sprayed.
Mm-hmm.
That's his living.
Oh, here's
We
the
need to-
375
We need
for
to
acre
approve that though, so.
plate
Is that for,
for Norm, yeah.
Chicken 211?
Industrial mining.
Yeah.
yes.
And just email it to me and I'll get it to Sue.
Oh,
That particular bill is, I had Pete making some steel plates with some anchor points on it, so that we can put an out through the center to hold them center grates up.
Okay,
Stop
thank you.
logs.
Yeah,
Okay, good enough, that's good. That's good.
He had sent you an email and it didn't send, and he never noticed it. He goes, I was just going through this stuff. And,
Oh, this road,
We're having issues with our email forwarding, so I need to give him my new email.
That was the first one. That was them some 5 bills. 6.
this is for hauling, but probably the pump,
Who's?
Yeah.
The cream.
the loader.
Yeah, they had the loader down there.
Yeah.
it wasn't, I can say it wasn't artisan.
Yeah. Was that CK Crane?
hmm.
Okay, I'll call him tomorrow.
Well, he's gonna send me an email and I can get that,
Oh,
I
okay,
can, hopefully he sends it right away.
okay.
What was the bill?
He's getting a bill from
Oh,
CK
they didn't send it yet?
Crane.
He sent it, but it didn't go through.
Oh,
And he never noticed it.
This one is, I cleaned it,
okay,
but that's not the right, that's
I'm
not the
good,
right.
what should it be?
That's what used to.
That were you rentals?
If it, yeah, they're charging,
Yeah. At what?
well, that ain't what Chad told me, it was 100. It was minus all the labor. You got-
$70 or something less?
Well, it should be minus whatever your labor pay is.
Well, we usually got, on operators, we around $70 or $80, maybe more.
Yeah, your charge out, just, you gotta put.
Okay, let me take this,
Unless that's a
let me hang
different.
on to that.
Yeah,
I'll get this,
one of them, I ran the machine, it was sitting there and I ran
this to operator. I think our operator rate is 89, $70 to $90 somewhere in there. And this here's $215 an
it.
hour.
This was moving the pump, and
Yeah, that was the
that
lowest.
was down there, cause I went and asked them to bring it down there, and Jimmy brought it down.
Yeah,
And Chad quoted me a price per, what it was per machine. I said, now that's what that operator could come up.
yeah, right. Okay, I'll check this out, get it straight, and we'll send it next.
Which is fine.
No, we'll get it right, we'll get it right, and then we'll
Yes.
we'll get it right, and then we'll get it. Okay. Okay,
I know what much of it is.
Which ain't gonna be
well, that'd be quick.
$50.
Superintendent's report, thanks.
Okay.
No, if you got
Don't we
something.
have to prove all these?
We
things?
do.
Yeah, okay, we got it first. Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the bills as presented.
I'll second it.
okay, motion on the floor, second, any further questions? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye. Supposed to say aye.
Aye. What? Okay, I was focused on that motion.
I was about to ask for the nays, but I figured I better tap you on the door.
Believe me, our 3 guys were all like that all the time. So. Might be all of us, maybe not him. You can't afford to have laptops like that.
Okay. All,
Yeah. And we all said aye.
Got it down right?
I do.
All right, and, superintendent report, you got anything pushing?
Oh, no, I mean, I got a video, I was not able to be there when, Bruce came to fix, I guess he swapped out the breaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Temporary swapped the breaker out. Oh, and they did the test, I got your video that Ron sent me. It sounded like it was running good. So hopefully we don't have
We got all
a
three.
kickback when we're actually under a number of hours.
Yeah.
When it's running, like we did with Van.
Yeah.
I don't think that we will. So I'm saying the pump's good based on what I heard through the
Well, it
video.
sure sounded good and everything.
Through this,
Bill
I mean,
was,
you would have known it if it was in reverse, because it would have been clattered and,
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
it was pumped.
it raised that lid straight out and it was the wall of water.
yeah,
Of course, it was just,
yeah.
running like that.
Um,
We didn't close the gate or anything.
I'm sorry I sent that to you twice.
I did.
Hopefully you didn't have to look at it twice, but, I thought I was sending it to Vernon.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
I know.
So the trash brake wasn't working, and I'm trying to remember what that was.
lightning problem, wasn't
It was,
It was,
fuses
yeah, fuses.
and he thought it was, they had
Yeah.
moisture, got moisture.
That's right, it had fuses in the secondary fuse up there on the right.
Yeah.
And that panel up there. It wasn't the fuses of what BT is, that main breaker that that we always have to throw on. It was the fuses up in the panel that they were unaware that they had hidden fuses in that panel.
it?
So that's taken care of. The lighting is taken care of on the trash brake, works great. So the only other thing that we need to focus on now is the repair of pump 2, since the bearing temperature is out. And you have to pull the pump to get to
They,
the repair.
they can't get to it.
It's on the bottom. You have to pull the pump in order to repair the bearing temperature sensor. And we really don't want to run that for too long with not knowing the bearing temperature. You can run a pump real quick.
Do we want to wait till the, like, middle of the summer, maybe do that,
I mean,
in case we need it, Ken?
yeah, I mean, right now,
Let's at least wait till we get our new breaker in.
yes.
So we got
Yes.
2 pumps to run.
Yeah, and he's supposed to, I thought he was getting a new breaker and getting a spare, at least
Exactly.
one spare.
That's what he told me.
Since it's so obsolete, these breakers are so obsolete, we probably ought to get a spare breaker for each.
Yeah, we ought to have more than one.
Because it's been months, I mean, May, this is back in January.
Can they
when we were working on this.
Can they reconfigure the connections there and put a different breaker?
Well, that's what I gotta talk to Bruce about, to see if we can, retrofit with a different style breaker.
Yeah, let's check on that
Yeah.
before we order something
Yeah,
obsolete.
yeah.
It's hard to get to start with.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you got?
I think that concludes everything there that's within the last month.
We did talk about them heads down there on the lighting, put new heads all the way around.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
new LEDs. Instead of retrofitting them, just put all new
That's what he
LEDs.
said, it'd be
Yeah.
cheaper in the long run.
That's in there, that would be the thing to do.
Yeah, because it seems like every other month we got lights out.
Yeah,
And then, of course, during the treasury, or the bills, I had Pete over at Fuel and Welding, make some steel plates that to be mounted to the concrete there above the center grates to be able to hold.
So we
the
got a
center.
place to hold some.
We've
Yes.
got 3 of them, and they're done.
Can we install them?
What we can install them, yes.
okay.
We will need a auto crane, service truck for the basket to
Okay.
lower down. I ain't gonna do that on my head.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
When you're younger, you used to be.
Well, in my younger days, yes, I would have done it. I'd rather do it safely now.
Yeah. All right.
As far as I know, that's all that, needs to be reported on.
Okay. Old business, well, I don't have anything. We're still working on some real estate things that
Yeah, let's wait for next month for that.
we'll work next month. Under new business, anything else on our old business? A new business?
When are we need to address all them pictures and talk about that lady that sent all that in?
Oh.
And is that under old or new?
Are they new?
Let's table that till next month, because I
I mean,
felt,
new.
Our new,
Yeah, we need business, yeah.
Well, we're gonna be on air. We got the people here that can tell them what we believe, you know,
Right.
so. Is that gonna be under new business?
So the person that wants to do it is gonna come in for public comments. However, she is sick and was unable to make it tonight. So she can ask her questions and kind of air things out as to how she felt and what the issues were for her.
yeah, I would consider going over to her home and explaining the different situations. Because that's, the creek flooding is different animal. It's headwater.
Flash flooding is different. than
It's
usual.
headwater coming into town at a different elevation and the pumping had zero to do with, we didn't pump, we didn't have to pump. We had to let it go through the gates and the river stage was down at 11 feet above zero, 27 foot is flood stage. So we really,
It was flooding on the outside of the levee, was bank to bank.
We may have that event coming up shortly. It's, the National Weather Service got this on the 18th, starting to build out west.
Yes.
And by the 21st, we're supposed to have some significant weather here. So,
okay, well, we'll see,
Don't go out season.
yeah.
yeah, that's from Cape Girardeau.
Yeah, to St. Louis.
Yeah, did you see that?
I did.
And we're right in the heart of
So,
it.
I mean, if you guys want to go talk to Sharon, she'd probably be willing to hear and talk to you about it.
Yeah,
Not right now, while she's recovering from
yeah.
whatever cold she
But we
got.
need to address them. They got questions and we
Yeah.
want to address them correctly and we're not trying to hide anything from anyone.
Yeah. There was no need to pump. The water was going through the gate. It, the bottom few feet held back a few feet, but it went out as fast as it came in, or every bit as fast as it came in. It came in through town probably a little faster than, but there was no pumping necessary.
A pump won't help you.
The river level was lower than the water coming through.
Oh,
So we were flowing far more
Yeah,
than
Then
we
you could
could
have-
possibly
yeah.
think about pumping.
right.
I mean, your maximum with pumps, all three pumps is what, 200
40,000
gallons
gallons a minute.
a minute with all three pumps running. Whereas, I don't remember the cubic feet per
2
minute.
million through there.
270,000 gallons per minute.
Yes,
That's about
All three,
33
yeah.
tractor trailer loads a minute.
yeah.
So that's about what was going out the gate.
Oh,
There
we
was
had
more,
more going.
there was probably half again that many going out, but if we'd have been pumping, it went out faster than we could have pumped.
Yeah.
And we had the gates open and
Yeah.
the grills, a few of them got some leaves in it, but we pulled the upper grates and they free flowed through. We had no, as the water got up right 5 feet or so, we had zero resistance. We held it neutral and it was still probably 5 or 10 feet below the elevation of any street in town.
And that was the other concern was that that there was too much debris on the levee and the water couldn't get through. So it was just backing up.
We had some debris, that we always have some
We
debris
always
with
got-
flash flood. especially
Prior to
flash
that,
flood.
Norm, it was
How-
clean. Prior to that
Yes,
flood,
prior to that flood,
it
it
looked
was
like a
clean.
gravel
Yes.
beach down there. I had it
Yes, it
clean.
was.
It was
It
clean.
all came during that flood period.
Just from those rains starting on that Thursday.
Every time we get a flash flood, we get new debris.
Yeah,
And a flash flood is a far different animal to deal with than a normal flood. Because it comes all at one time.
Four trash cans out of there, them big dumpsters. When you get one of them against that, that's 6 square feet of water it's stopping.
Yep.
We pulled 4 of them out of there. So
I mean, and people,
quit throwing their leaves in the creek.
People want
Running over across the yard, dumping them in the creek, that all adds up to
people want to
getting
pass,
rid of the water.
people want to pass the buck on storm damage and such with the creeks. But people also need to take responsibility of what's being thrown in the creeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but in that area right there, that's one of the spots.
That's been flooding forever.
That's why there's no road back through there anymore,
right.
because it was always flooding.
Always
So,
filled
My
with
sympathies
gravel.
with them, but
Well,
right,
absolutely, I feel sorry for them, but, they should have the insurance, or, like some of the calls I've gotten, well, they need somebody to come and pump the basement out. Well, it's your, as a homeowner's responsibility to put a sump pump in. You're in a floodplain, put a sump pump in,
Yeah,
preferably before the event. I don't wanna, I mean, I'm not trying to sound cold or calloused, but that is the reality of things.
it would have been much worse if it wouldn't have stopped raining by about 9:30. That's when it basically let up
Yeah.
and didn't really reaccumulate. It would have been in that antique mall down there.
Yeah.
If it would have sustained the rain that we were having, because it was moving up.
Hey, I just had one thing to bring up. We had gotten a letter from the Corps, to see if we needed any rehabilitation assistance from that flood. And it's only if we had any damage to the existing levee cross-section and or damage to the levee drainage
We
structures.
didn't have any damage.
and actually that did not get, St. Genevieve County did not get approved.
They did not.
No, I checked
Okay.
with Felix, I talked to
Okay.
Felix, and,
Then never mind.
so that's relevant. It
Okay.
don't mean much.
All right. That was
Okay? Anything else on there?
no business.
Anything else under new business? We'll continue with, a little bit of some of the down at the intake on some, places for storage for silt debris. We're checking on that yet, so okay, now I get it. Okay, so I don't have anything else to add. Anybody got any? No public participation? I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second it.
Motion on the floor in a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
I
Aye.
Aye.